Dear realtors, if cold calling is too scary words for you, try the real estate cold calling script that I will tell you in this video to ease your fears. Don't persist in old techniques of cold calling, which are wastes of time, energy, and money. Script for introducing yourself as a realtor. In this scenario, your goal is to make a positive first impression and introduce yourself and your company clearly. You have to position yourself as an experienced consultant, not just a salesperson. List the values that the lead will get if they work with you. Build trust and credibility. Here's an example of what you should say in the script.
Hello, John. Good day. My name is Mia from Golden Horizon Estates, and I am calling you to share some important insights about the property market in your neighborhood and an exclusive free offer. Is this a convenient moment for you to talk?
If the prospect says no, ask for the ideal time and remember to call on time the next time. For example, something like this.
I'm sorry for this inconvenience. Would you please tell me when is the best time for me to reach you?
If the prospect says yes, talk about your experience and expertise and then try to arrange a meeting by stating your offers. You can say,
I have been working as a real estate broker for 10 years. Recently, the prices of properties in your area jumped. If you like, I can have a meeting with you to assess your home price at no cost and talk more about the future of the property market.
If the prospect accepts to attend the meeting, thank them and set a time for the meeting. Script for engaging home buyers. Consider you want to call a group of home buyers for the first time in order to encourage them to work with your real estate company. In this scenario, the goal is to list the values you will provide for the leads, inspire the home buyers to work with you, move the prospect towards action, gather data about their concerns, needs, and preferences. Start the conversation by introducing yourself and your company and stating your purpose clearly.
Hello, John. This is Mia working in Golden Horizon Estates. I'm reaching out because I noticed you might be considering buying a home in LA. Is that correct?
If the prospect doesn't confirm, ask them to call you if any need arises in the future and talk a little about your knowledge and experience in the real estate market.
Sorry for taking up your time. Please save my number and I will be ready to help you in the future if you decide to buy or sell a house. I have over 1 decade of experience in this regard and I'm available to consult you anytime you wish.
If the prospect confirms, talk about your skills and experience and assure them that you can find the best options for them. Then ask them to share details about their interests and concerns.
That's great. I have over 1 decade experience in helping buyers find their dream house in your area. I'm confident that I can find the best offers for you. To do so, would you please tell me what type of house you look for and any concern you have?
After the prospect shares their preferences and interests, suggest that you send a list of the best options to them and ask for their preferred channel of communication.
Based on the details you shared, I have some great offers for you. I can send the list via WhatsApp, email, or any other channel you like. Which one do you prefer?
When the prospect shares their preferred communication channel, thank them and get their email, cell phone number, social ID, or anything needed. Script for engaging home sellers. The best real estate cold calling script for encouraging home sellers to work with you is this part. In this scenario, your goal is to list the values you will provide for the leads, inspire the home sellers to work with you, move the prospect towards action, gather data about their concerns, needs, and preferences. Start the conversation by introducing yourself and your company and affirming your purpose clearly.
Hello, John. This is Mia working in Golden Horizon Estates. I'm reaching out because I noticed you might be considering selling your home in LA. Is that correct?
If the prospect doesn't confirm, ask them to call you if any need arises in the future and talk a little about your expertise and experience.
Sorry for taking up your time. Please save my number and feel free to call me if you decide to sell your house in the future. I have over 1 decade of experience in real estate and I'm available to provide expert consultation anytime you wish.
If the prospect confirms, talk about your proficiency and experience in the real estate market and assure them that you can sell their house at the best prices. Then ask them to share details about their selling prices and terms.
That's excellent news. I have over 1 decade experience in helping homeowners sell their houses at best prices. I'm confident that I can connect you with the right buyers. To do so, would you please tell me what your price and payment terms are, and any other issues I should know?
After the prospect shares details, ensure them that you have the best buyers for their house. Then arrange a time to visit their house as soon as possible. When the prospect shares their best time, thank them and be available on time to assess their house. Script for rental situations. Imagine you want to talk with a group of prospects who have expressed interest in renting a property or want to rent their houses. In this scenario, the goal is to encourage the prospect to work with you and your company, understand their needs and preferences, consult them, and position yourself as a problem solver. Start a conversation by introducing yourself and your company. Talk a little about your experience in this field. Then remark on your purpose of calling them transparently and ask them if it's a good time to talk.
Hello, John. My name is Mia. I'm a real estate broker in Golden Horizon Estates with over a decade of experience in this business. I noticed you might be looking for a rental property in LA. I wanted to see if there's anything I can do to assist you with that. Is it a good time to talk more about this?
If the prospect doesn't agree to continue the conversation, thank them and ask them to save your number and feel free to call you when any need arises.
Sorry for this inconvenience. Would you please save my phone number so you can call me anytime you need consultation and help?
If the prospect accepts to continue the conversation, ask them to share more details about their needs.
Great. Would you please provide more details about your request? What are you looking for in a rental? Is there a particular neighborhood, price range, or type of property you're interested in?
When the prospect shares the details, assure them that you have great offers for them and try to hold a meeting with them.
Based on the data you provided, I can definitely help you. We have many properties that match your criteria. We can have a meeting so I can explain more about these offers.
If the prospect accepts a meeting, arrange a time. Script for follow-up. After some time has passed since your last conversation with a prospect, you should call them to find out what their decision is. Follow-up is as important as the initial conversation, and without proper and on-time follow-up, you will leave many opportunities unfinished. In this scenario, the goal is to ensure the lead remembers the previous interaction, qualify the prospect, move the conversation forward, and strengthen the customer relationship. Start the cold call by introducing yourself and your company and stating a short summary of your previous conversations. Then ask them if they have time to talk.
Hello, John. Good day. This is Mia from Golden Horizon Estates. We spoke a few days ago about your decision to sell your house. Do you have a moment to continue?
If the prospect doesn't agree to continue the conversation, ask them when is the best time to call them again.
Sorry for reaching out at a bad time. When would be a better time for me to call you?
If the prospect accepts to continue the conversation, explain the previous discussion in detail and try to persuade them to attend a meeting.
Many thanks. Since our previous conversation, I have found some new homes that exactly match your needs. Would you be interested in hearing more about them? We can set up a time to see one in person.
If the prospect doesn't want to attend the meeting, ask them about the reason. Also, ask them to save your phone number for future consultants and needs. Tell them that you are eager and ready to help them anytime they want.
May I ask if there's a particular reason? And please feel free to save my number for any future questions or needs. I'm here to help whenever you're ready.
If the prospect agrees to attend the meeting, express gratitude for their confidence and fix a date for the meeting. Be available in the meeting on time with no delay.
I appreciate your trust. Would you be available on Wednesday at 6 p.m.?
Script for renewing a former connection. Consider you want to call a prospect with whom you have a previous acquaintance. You want to reignite your connection and remind them that you are eager to assist them for their real estate requests. In this scenario, the goal is to remind leads that you are ready to help them anytime they want. Gather data about their newest demands. Rekindle their interest in working with you for their real estate needs. Start your conversation by greeting and introducing yourself. Ask them if they have time to talk at that moment.
Hello, John. This is Mia. Long time no see. Would it be convenient for you to have a brief chat on the phone?
If the prospect doesn't agree to continue, politely ask him when a suitable time is to call them again.
I apologize for any inconvenience. Could you let me know a better time for me to call you back?
If the prospect accepts to continue, state the purpose of your call and directly ask them if any new need has been aroused.
We spoke some months ago about your real estate needs, and I wanted to reconnect and see how things are going on your end. We've had some new developments and listings recently that might be of interest to you.
If the prospect has any new requirements or question, resolve it and try to arrange a meeting for more engagement.
That's great. We have many opportunities for your inquiry. Would you be open to a meeting to discuss your current real estate needs?
If the prospect doesn't have any questions or needs, kindly ask them to save your number and do not hesitate to call you if any need arises in the future. Also, remind them of your skill and familiarity in this field.
Thanks for taking the time to talk today. Please kindly save my phone number and feel free to call me if any need arises in the future. With 10 years of experience in real estate, I'm here to help you anytime you wish.
Real estate cold calling scripts for objections help you increase your self-confidence and control your stress in challenging situations. It helps you stay focused on the objective of the call and manage objections without getting defensive. In the above scenario, the goal is to respond to questions and objections quickly and effectively. Turn objections to opportunities to continue the conversation. Build a friendly relationship and trust by showing your empathy. Start the conversation by introducing yourself and your company and stating the purpose of your call. Then ask them if they can speak on the phone at that moment or not.
Hello, John. I'm Mia from Golden Horizon Estates calling you to offer new lists of properties for sale in your area as you are interested in changing your home. Is now a good time to share some details?
If the prospect says, "I'm not interested right now," try to persuade them to remain connected with you and inform them of ideal opportunities.
I see. Many people I speak with aren't actively looking for new homes but like to stay informed of the market and any ideal opportunity if it comes up. Would you mind if I keep you updated with occasional messages or emails?
If the prospect says, "We're happy with our current home," try to persuade them to remain connected with you and inform them of the market data.
You're not planning to move, knowing the market trends can be helpful for future decisions. Would you be interested in receiving market information on what your property might be worth today?
If the prospect says, "I'm working with another realtor," ask them to call you if they need a fresh perspective in the future.
I respect your choice. It's really important to work with someone you trust. If you ever find yourself wanting a fresh perspective on the market, I'd be happy to assist. Would it be okay if I connect with you in the future to see if there's anything more I can do for you?
If the prospect says, "I'm concerned about the market or pricing," try to persuade them to have a meeting with you to discuss their concerns.
I understand your concern. The market can be unpredictable, but at the same time, there could be great opportunities, especially if you work with experienced real estate brokers. If you agree, we can have a meeting to discuss your concerns and find solutions.
If the prospect says, "I've already seen all the properties I'm interested in," tell them that new properties are added regularly and you can notify them.
It's good to hear you're keeping an eye on the market. New listings do come up regularly, and sometimes there are off-market properties that aren't widely advertised. Would you like me to notify you if something new that fits your criteria comes up?
Script for commission conversation. Discussion about real estate commissions before signing a contract is important as it establishes transparency, which is essential for building trust. It reduces the risk of any misunderstanding or dissatisfaction later on. So it's recommended to real estate agents to talk about their commissions with prospects. During phone conversation, they can politely express their commission rates. In the above scenario, the goal is to establish transparency to build trust, set realistic expectations for the client, refuse any confusion or misunderstanding. Start the conversation by greeting and introducing yourself and your company. Ask them if it's a good time to talk or not.
Hello, John. This is Mia from Golden Horizon Estates. Is this a good time for a quick chat?
If the prospect doesn't agree to talk at that moment, ask them when a good time is to call them back.
I see. Sorry to call you at a bad time. Could you let me know when would be a better time for me to call you back?
If the prospect accepts to continue, ask them if they are aware of the commission structure and details.
I've found some new options for you that I think you'll love. Before we talk about them, I wanted to quickly talk about something important. I want to make sure we're on the same page regarding the commission structure as we move forward. Have you had a chance to think about it?
If the prospect answers, explain the commission rates and terms clearly. Ask them to feel free to state their concerns and questions about the commission.
To give you a little more clarity, the standard commission rate in our area is 3%, which is split between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. This commission covers all the work that goes into finding the right home, negotiating the best price, and handling all the paperwork to ensure a smooth transaction. If you have any concerns about the commission, I'd be more than happy to discuss it further.
Depending on the prospect's response, continue the conversation by discussing the commission in more detail or smoothly transition back to discussing the homes you found for them. In circle prospecting, real estate agents call the homeowners who are living in the vicinity of a sale in order to make new lists of people who are interested in selling their homes. In these cold callings, the realtors try to share the news and encourage the surrounding homeowners to sell their house. In the above scenario, the goal is to find new sellers or buyers in a certain area, establish relationship with homeowners, learn about the homeowners' future plans. Start a conversation by greeting and introducing your name and your company. State the purpose of calling them. Ask them if it's a good time to talk on the phone.
Hello, John. This is Mia, calling you to share some important news about the real estate market in your area. Can I take your time for a few minutes?
If the prospect doesn't agree to continue, politely ask them when the best time to call back is.
So sorry to call you at a bad time. Would you please tell me when is a better time to call back?
If the prospect agrees to continue, explain the details and ask them if they want to sell their house or if they know anyone who wants to sell their house. Remember to talk about your expertise and assure them that you can sell their home at best prices.
Recently, I helped one of your neighbors in your area to sell his house. The market in your neighborhood is quite active right now. Homes in your neighborhood are in high demand and prices are very strong. I wanted to see if you've considered selling your home or if you know anyone in the area who might be thinking about it. I've been working in the real estate market since 10 years ago and ensure that I can sell your house or buy a new one for you in the shortest possible time and at the best prices.
If the prospect states that he is eager to sell or buy house or knows anyone with these needs, try to hold a meeting with them.
That's great to hear that. I can offer a free market analysis of your property to give you an idea of what it might sell for in today's market. When would be a good time for us to discuss this in more detail? I'm available anytime you wish.
If the prospect isn't interested in your offer, tell him that even if you are not interested, I can share the details about the market and the current value of your home in a meeting.
No problem. Even if you're not considering selling right now, would you be interested in knowing the current value of your home? We can have a meeting in this regard.
If the prospect doesn't accept to participate in a meeting, ask him to feel free to call you if any need arises in the future.
I completely understand. If anything changes or if you have any real estate needs in the future, please feel free to reach out. Thank you very much.
If the prospect agrees to participate in a meeting, arrange a time for the meeting.
Perfect. When would be a good time for us to discuss this in more detail? I'm available every time you prefer.
Script for relocation services. Real estate agents offer relocation services to anyone who wants to change their house without any stress of moving. In relocation services, the real estate consultants list and sell the current house of the owner and then find a new home for them based on their desires. Management of the process of moving from the old house to the new house is with the realtor. Even they assist in setting up utilities, internet, and other services in the new home. Imagine you, as a real estate advisor, want to cold call new leads to offer them your relocation services. In the above scenario, the goal is to introduce and explain your relocation services, encourage the leads to work with you if they need relocation services, Build trust and credibility. Start a conversation by introducing yourself and your company. Explain the goal of calling transparently. Ask them if it's a good time to talk with them at that time.
Hello, I'm Mia. I've reached you to explain one of our great services for your real estate needs. If it's a good time, let me explain in detail.
If the prospect doesn't confirm, ask them when a better time to call back is.
Sorry to call you at a bad time. Would you please tell me when is a better time to call you again?
If the prospect confirms, clarify your relocation services.
Moving can be stressful, but with my services, you'll have support every step of the way. I assist with everything from selling your current home to finding the perfect new place, coordinating movers, and even helping you get settled in your new community. When would be a convenient time for us to talk further in a meeting?
Also, explain your expertise and your company's achievements. Persuade them to attend the meeting with you. This video investigates the best tactics helping real estate agents in their cold calling efforts and investments to reduce their fear and stress and help them make the most of time and resources. They are the best solutions to enhance the conversion process in the sales funnel. Moreover, various real estate cold calling scripts for different scenarios were written in detail. These cold calling scripts for real estate help realtors to remain calm, focused, and purposeful while talking with prospects on the phone.